So, Fallout 76, it finally came out. One of my most anticipated video games ever coming out. And, yeah, let's talk about it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to review Fallout 76. Because I feel like there are a lot of opinions I have right now. I've been playing the game for about 3-4 weeks, or ever since it came out, and yeah, I think I've finally gathered all my thoughts and finally made an opinion. So let's get into this. Fallout 76. Yeah, oh boy. So, if you don't know, if you've been living on a rock for a while, Fallout 76 is the latest Fallout game, part of the Bethesda's Fallout franchise, and it is the first Fallout game, I guess, to be an open-world multiplayer game. And so now I got that out of the way. That's all you mostly need to know, except that it takes place in West Virginia. There you go. Now let's talk about what I thought of it. So a lot of people are making it a game almost to shit on this game. But I feel like it's not, I don't know, because some people are like seem very biased against it, like make it seem like it's a sin that this game exists, and other people are like, no, this game's really good. And for me, honestly, for me personally, I feel like this game for me was 50-50, a hit and miss. So there's a lot of good things about this game. There are a lot of good things about this game. A lot of the graphics are good. A lot of the creature designs are really cool looking. The like the open world setting is really interesting. But there's also a lot of things that are very awful about the game. One of the things I thought was really bad about the game is there are a lot of glitches. So at first when I was playing the game, I thought, wow, this game's really glitchy. Maybe it's my Xbox, maybe it's my internet. And then my sister started playing it as well, and she experienced glitches at the same time. So I was like, oh, wow. And then I read online, and everybody's just experiencing glitches. Like, every review talked about how many glitches there are in this game. And I was like, wow. So it's not the Xbox. It's the game server that's really bad. So, yeah. The thing with video game corporations is that sometimes, if they want to get a game out there quickly, they'll find ways to, like, create shortcuts to get that game out faster. And I feel like Bethesda did this with Fallout 76. I feel like they're like, we need a server, one that can do multiplayer, and so they maybe grabbed the crappiest server they could find, and they made the game on it. And they're like, hey, maybe this will work. And obviously it hasn't, because there are a lot of glitches. Like, I remember the game a lot of times will freeze, and like, it's like, what the hell? It just froze. And I feel like that's because so many people are playing at the same time when on this game. So I'm just like, wait a minute, this is a multiplayer game, yet it can barely support a few people playing on it at the same time. Wow. And then, of course, there's other glitches too, like a lot of times I'll fall off the map. Yeah, my character will fall off the map and die. And there's just... And then a lot of times the enemies will like just go completely invisible. Like they'll just literally, they'll disappear and they'll still shoot you and be able to kill you, but you can't shoot them back because you can't see them. And the map doesn't detect where they are. And other times the map won't detect, like, if you're playing with somebody or you're in a group or a party, the map will not detect the other players, so it seems like you're by yourself. Though the other players can see you, you can't see them. And it's like, what the hell? And I know a lot of games have glitches. That's not new, and that isn't a surprise. But I think it's just hilarious that every reviewer and their mother has experienced almost the exact same glitches that I've been experiencing throughout my playthroughs of Fallout 76. It's funny to me. Another problem is realism, which to me, with video games, realism should be a problem. It's interesting when people try to make a realistic video game, but here's the thing, this game is a sci-fi fantasy RPG. This is not a game that's made to be remotely realistic. The genre isn't meant to be realistic. So the whole point, the whole like fact that like, oh, you get shot a whole bunch of times, you're gonna walk slower and slower. If you don't eat for a while, you're gonna start to, your health's gonna start to go down and down. It's like, that's that's pretty stupid. It's annoying as well because you gotta keep scavenging, you gotta keep eating, you gotta keep drinking water, which, of course, in the real world, if you don't do that, you will slow down, but the game tries to blend realism and sci-fi elements together, and it just doesn't work. It really doesn't work. It is a game that's meant to take the player out of reality, not bring them back into reality with just a little science fiction elements added into there. Also, the whole like fact that like, oh, you have to keep like exploring everything makes the game a little repetitive. And the fact that the map is small, it's a small map for an open world game. This map is really small. It can get boring at times. Really, really boring. This is a game, I can best sum up this game as having great potential, but lacks a whole bunch of things that a good game requires. This game, there's a lot of good designs in this game. A lot of the creature designs are really cool and badass looking. A lot of the setting is really gorgeous, and like there's a lot of things that are really cool about this game, but unfortunately it has too many glitches and it's trying to be way too realistic, and overall it gets really boring at times. Like, it really will get boring, and there's a lot of times where I'll spend hours here and I start to fall asleep by playing this game. It gets really boring at times, so it's like, this is a game that actually does prove why overhyping a game is a bad move, because you overhype a game, you're probably gonna get a Fallout 76. So yeah, it's sad. It's really too bad that this game was such a letdown. It really was a letdown for me. I mean, like I said, overall, the game was just really boring. Now, believe it or not, the horror legend of himself, John Carpenter, actually made a little review statement of this game, and he said it was a hit and miss, which is the best way I can sum up this game, is by calling it a hit and miss. There's a lot of things that are good about this game, but there's just as many things that are really bad about this game. So, yeah, you know, this game to me was really boring, so I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. I mean, there's a lot of good things about this game, but there are way too many problems with this game for me to actually give it any like grade higher than a 5. So Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm really like doing these video game reviews so far. So if you guys enjoyed this, please give it a big thumbs up, and you probably know the rest. So I'll see you guys next time with a brand new video. Goodbye.